Konnichiwa minna. Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to be doing another One Piece character discussion. In this video, we're going to be talking about Kinemon. Yes, I absolutely love Kinemon. He's one of my favorites. So we first see Kinemon in Punk Hazard with his son Momonosuke, which his son Momonosuke can turn into a dragon when he's scared, like a pink dragon, and then he's a pervert. Yeah, but that's not about Momonosuke. This is going to be about Kinemon. So Kinemon is part of the 9 Red Scabbards, which is really, really cool. He's a samurai, which is neat. I think he was friends with Odin, like at one point, which is really, really cool. So yes, Kinemon is a devil fruit user. I did not know this until now, but yeah. So Kinemon has the Fuku Fuku no Mi, or the clothing fruit, which allows him to turn rocks and leaves into clothing of his choosing, because Fuku means clothing in Japanese. So basically, Kinemon can take rocks and leaves and just transform clothing whatever he wants. So for example, Kinemon is cold. He needs a jacket. So as long as there's rocks and leaves around, he can create a jacket to keep warm. But the downside of it is the second he takes off that jacket is no more. It goes back to the rock or the leaf stage before he transformed it into that jacket. So you gotta be very, very careful about that. So Kinemon can create any article of clothing. Kinemon can be like at a sleepover or something. Maybe he forgot his PJs. Well, as long as there's rocks and leaves around, he can make himself a pair of PJs. Or maybe he forgot his underwear or something. He can make himself a pair of underwear. He can create shoes. He can create shirts, tank tops, hats. Scarves, gloves, shoes. Like any piece of clothing you could think of. Robes, yukata, I guess. He can create, an obi, or a belt, or a slash. Yeah, a sash, sorry. Any piece of clothing you can think of, he can create. Which is really, really cool. He can even create himself armor. If he needs to. Maybe he's in a battle and he needs to protect himself from sword attacks. And in daggers and shuriken and things like that. Well, as long as there's rocks and leaves around, he can transform himself. He can make himself into some armor. Or he can make some armor to put on, which is cool. So, my question to that devil fruit is, when Kinemon takes rocks and leaves and transforms it into the clothing of his choosing, does it automatically get put on his body? Because it would be really, really cool if Kinemon can just take rocks and leaves, make clothing, and maybe fold up that clothing and put it up in his dresser or his closet. So that'd be really, really cool. And then he could take that piece of clothing, put it on or whatever, and then the second he takes it off, it's no more. So that's my question about that. So when Kinemon creates clothing of his choosing, does it automatically get put on his body? Or can he take that piece of clothing and put it up in a dresser or a closet as long as he didn't wear it first? So that's my question I have with that. And then, of course, the 2 weaknesses of this devil fruit is typical devil fruit users. If you submerge yourself with water, you're basically dead, or severely weakened. And if you don't have a whole lot of rocks and leaves around. So if you're in an area with no rocks and no leaves, you're kind of screwed. So those are the 2, cons of this devil fruit. But all in all, very, very cool devil fruit ability. Just being able to just create temporary clothing on the fly is really, really cool. So yeah, guys, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think about Kinemon's Devil Fruit below, or Kinemon as a character. I do like Kinemon. I think he's a really, really cool character, especially in Wano. So yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Bye,